Hey everybody, so it may not be St. Patrick's Day, but we're going to do a corned beef brisket. Start out, we took our corned beef brisket, we rinsed the brine off and dried it off. Gonna hit it with a little mustard binder and get that rubbed in. So now when we're talking about seasoning on this corned beef brisket, they give you this little seasoning packet. And you know what we're gonna do with that? It's out. We're going with the Heath Riles beef rub and the Heath Riles garlic butter. Put a nice coating on them. And then we're gonna add a little black pepper to help really set that bark. Okay, now we got this brisket flat all seasoned up. We'll take it out to the pit, put it on at 250. Okay, so we got it on at 250. We're gonna put a temperature probe in it. And this isn't gonna take very long. It's just a piece of a brisket flat. So we're gonna watch out for about 165 and we're gonna wrap it in a little butcher paper. Okay, so we're gonna wrap our corned beef brisket flat. It's at about 165. The biggest thing about wrapping is you always want to make sure you have your bark established before you wrap. If you don't, it'll ruin your bark every time. Take our butcher paper, spray a little beef broth on it, spray a little more beef broth over the brisket. We do got this paper double layered. Put it on there. We'll give it a good wrap. Now we're gonna go back on our pit with our wrapped brisket, still at 250. Temp probe it, we're gonna be looking around 200 to 205 for that probe tenderness. Okay, so we got our corned beef brisket off the smoker. We've let it rest for about 30 minutes to an hour. It's a pretty small cut. Go ahead and unwrap it and see what it looks like. We hit a temp on this one, about 202, but it was nice and probe tender. And that's all I'm worried about. Okay, we got our corned beef brisket cut up. It's juicy. It's tender. It pulls right apart. And that's where it's at.